Outside the lab. We're gonna be like volume 17, DNA part 2. We're here doing our thing.
Make sure that you subscribe, like, and definitely share. Shoot some big.
To the extreme. Also the page To the Extreme. Like for real, you know, this outside the lab, this is what we do. But To the Extreme, we have our own page, our own clothing line, and all of that. So you know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all log on to the Extreme Live. You know, y'all type in the Man Scientist D-Lee. You can always get all our shows that we're doing. But today, we're doing a part 2 on a show that we had done. Basically talking about DNA. And the show we was talking about was dealing with cognitive DNA and DNA in which is in your system that has not been unlocked, and it comes through with diet and eat and things of that nature. And sometimes people wonder why the things that they do what they do is because what's been encoded in you, and you have to unlock it. You have to unlock what's in your DNA and become more natural. So you know, yeah, you might have some people on that big smoke, but that was only from the fruit of the land. Only from the fruit of the land. So I understand vegetation and the magnetic field on which we live on. You know, and right now I'm gonna let the mad scientist build on that right now, because we will really get deep into the whole DNA thing and the DNA unlocking it, and what we're going through, not understanding exactly what, you know, DNA is, you know, because that's your history. Your DNA is looking at your timeline from your beginning, and your DNA is going to show you what you should actually live by. So the man science is going to build on that, man.
Yeah, man, like I was, you know, with this DNA thing, man, it's like it's a history method, man. It's memory of your cells, man. I mean, you get to a point of your life where, like I say, innately you just know stuff, or the thing that they call deja vu. Like, man, I remember something like this before, but you don't remember ever doing it. But it's just innately programmed in your mind to do so. That's through your DNA. Your DNA is called a DNA code for a reason, you know. They flipped the script with the Matrix by doing the binary code. That's why y'all see the green numbers flow down the screen like this, and then y'all start seeing the numbers flow so much. Well, the numbers are turning darker, medium, or brighter colors, and because of those mediums of different intensity of color, they're shaping objects. And then once it shapes the object for the movies to begin, like on Matrix Reloaded, after they did all of that binary code shaping, the first thing that you saw was that they shaped everything into centering a clock. I mean, you seen the number 12, number 11, but you seen code going up and down it. Inside the number 11 and 12, you seen code going down the hand of the clock. I mean, and then once the code was included, what they was telling you, what they was showing you, was what Neo always saw once he broke the barrier. This is what Neo always saw. He saw binary code the whole time. That's why Morpheus would ask him, "What do you see, Neo?" It was like the whole building's rigged with explosives. Trinity, bad for us. Cause Neo could see that shit. When you thought Neo was dead, he had already tapped into the binary code. He was the superior hacker. Even when they put the bug in, he knew how to react to allow the bug to come out. He knew who to trust in the Matrix because he seen binary code. And before he really saw it, he was seeing glimpses of it, because that's all he saw. When you seen this computer, wake up Neo, it was in green letters. So he totally inside the system, going original. When we used to grow up in the 70s and the 80s, our computer system had green or orange letters or white letters. That was it. He just went into a whole binary system like that, and that's just how your DNA is, man. It's a binary system connecting you to all your ancestors. I mean, like, how does I'm gonna put it like this, how does every black person know when walking down the street and they make eye contact with each other, they do this, the other person does this, keep it moving? That's just like having a handshake. How you, brother? How you doing, brother? How you doing? All right. And then y'all both keep it moving. The only respectful part about that is the warrior aspect in your DNA, because every race, genetic group, whatever you want to call it, has it. Because at one point in time, everybody was at war.
Right.
And the war thing back then, it had honor, man. It had real honor. Even no matter how malicious the attack was on those people, it was still honor. You come up with your army. You even send a messenger, and the rule was not to kill the messenger. That's if I send a messenger. He tell you what the deal is. You know what was supposed to happen back then? Okay. I'm gonna send my messenger with your messenger and tell your king this. And both of them come back. Then, whatever the other king says, that second messenger leaves with one of the king's men. And if that king's gonna tell you, all right, look, we coming and we gonna stop at the boundary, and this man better come back. Right. That way we could talk.
Right.
All right. They would come down and talk, and then no agreement. They go back, sit, observe the whole day. They gave right of, all right, look, this is everybody. This may be everybody's last day, so they giving you with honor. They giving you the right to just get yourself together, get all your prayers together. When the sunrise come, it's on. They never used to fight at night. That was considered dishonorable because you couldn't look your enemy in the eye.
Yeah. So let me just say, let me say that too. Like, hey, we saying it's like the enemy. I feel like that's what we're living in like nowadays. It's like the enemy is not an honorable fight. So he's not gonna look you in your eye. He's not gonna fight you eye to eye. He's not gonna do none of those like standards on what he's talking about right now. So on the plane that we living on, we have to look at the fight that we have to fight. So if we're looking at the opponent that's gonna fight us, well, he's gonna say he's gonna have some type of respect into a fight, and heck nah, it's not gonna be no respect into a fight. So you have to understand that your hands are tied at this point when it comes to that. So when you looking at a fact of someone that was living the law from a long time ago fighting wars up until how wars are fighting now, it's so totally different because wars are based more and more on economics, more and more on economics, and everything the brother is sitting here is saying is absolutely true. And the sad part is it's still going on today because he said like it will be done by certain people. Like the kings and all this, that's what he was saying. It will be done in a civil way. Now the kings are the judges. And what the judges do is put you in prison so you can be in prison working for free labor. It still goes back to what he's saying. It's just done in a different way now. So that's just me coming in on some like hard body guerrilla stuff, because you have to understand it's like nothing has changed under the sun. What he's explaining to you is that it was done back in the days in that sort of manner where it was done with honor, but you still had to live out these certain things and go about living your death in a certain way. But now it's like, man, we're gonna get you in this prison system, we're gonna get you locked up, we're gonna do this here. Nothing has changed under the sun. It is nothing new under the sun. That is all, you know what I'm saying, the mad scientists were saying.
Yeah,
go ahead, bro.
I apologize, but like I said, man, like you saying, I mean, there was a sense of honor, man. I mean, I got 100,000 of them. Okay, I got 112. They're sitting over, let's say, all right, the battlefield is Beaumont, Old Town. And we're going to just do it how the circumstances allowed in Beaumont, North and South. North come with everybody. South come with everybody. Instead of just blazing out the Dickens, they come down there and they talk about it. All right, man, look here. We're going to do it like this. Y'all run with us, ain't got nothing to worry about. Nah, man, we ain't finna give up our shit. Hey, man, look, I feel that, but we looking at something bigger. Yeah, we looking at something bigger too. Okay, we understand it. So at least we're on the same page about something. You know, they have a conversation. It may last for hours because it's lives at stake. You know, these motherfuckers back then, they had honor, so they wanted to come back home. And that's what showed their honor more because they was a warrior that survived. You see what I'm saying? And then if they died on the battlefield, the family wanted to know who killed them. And they wanted to know how honorable this warrior was. And you know what that showed? That family wouldn't take revenge on their warrior because that warrior was so honorable. And they was feeling like, well, okay, honorable death. Accept it. He accepted the terms when he left. He said, hey, I'll be back. This is part of the deal.
And all this goes into your DNA code. Because it's manifested. So what we're speaking upon is that when we go from history up until now, what we're speaking about is DNA encoding in you, who you are. It's DNA encoding you. So we're talking about what he's saying in the manifestation of when a certain place got taken over, or you had kings and queens, and you are still those same kings and queens because it's in your DNA. How could you not be? You know, everything is still. Let me give you one example. You know, we talk about the meta nature a lot of times and how language changes. You know, I hear people nowadays saying hate. You know, oh, somebody hating on me. Think about 20 years ago. Language changes every 25 years. Think about it. Was 25 years ago you saying someone was hating on you? You was using a whole nother word. Because it's DNA encoded in you to always change your language to be different from somebody else. See, I remember people saying live, chilling, you know, all these different things. Now people are saying, I remember when the dope house was a dope house, now it's the trap.
And the good part about the trap, that's what it is.
That's what it is. But the thing about it is that that's just how much our DNA is encoded to change words away from the environment. But once we learn to the environment and learn how to make our DNA work with us, it will work with us. And that's what we're talking about right now. How to make our DNA work with us. That's just real. D-Lee, man, what holler before we get up out of here, man, on this show?
Yeah, man.
DNA part 2.
DNA part 2. And I'm going to give y'all a little dose of hip-hop.
Might have to be a part 3, huh?
It might just be.
Might be a part 3, man. Seems like.
See? Hey, the ghetto. You need to listen.
Yeah. It's a frame of mind, what they want you to be.
Because when you're in the ghetto, all you got to do, man, is just come through at the end of the night. And you're in the ghetto and you ain't got no job. And it's just nothing but a trap, man.
Frame of mind, man. Frame of mind.
The cheese. We call it that. The cheese. The crack, the cheese. We call it that. The money, the cheese. The enemy come through with them damn rat trap and put the cheese on there and see how much you gonna bite.
Shit, man. To the extreme, man. Outside the lab, till next time, me and the mad scientists. Make sure y'all holler back, man. It's gonna be a part 3 to this shit, DNA Uncoded. Part 3 coming soon.